Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, what's up? My name is vianney.strick. Thank you so much for being here. As you can see by the title, I'm taking it back to the old days. Today we're going to do a fall makeup tutorial. I'm also going to be using a lot of brand new makeup. I'm also using a lot of makeup that is new to me, a mixture of high-end and drugstore. I figured this would be just a fun video. Let's get ready together and make a beautiful fall look. So I really do hope that you enjoyed this video, and if you do, please make sure to give it a big thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel to join my squad. Let's get into it. What do you guys think of this like fall makeup tutorial? Honestly, there's so many products that I've been loving, so many new ones, and I just figured like why not combine that into one video and just like hang out with you guys and also make a fall look. I love having something on my lips at all times, and because I don't really have much pigment on my lips, I like to like add color. I'm quickly going to mix two products that I love. I'm obsessed with the Laneige Lip Glowy Balm. I personally don't love the lip masks, but I love this one. My favorite is the pink one though, and I actually recently got this. So this is the Too Faced Lip Injection Lip Gloss. It's a little bit plumping, but it is in the shade People Pleaser, which is going to be a little too bright right now. So what I've been loving doing is adding a little bit of this to give me some color. Hang with me, I know it looks crazy, but also it gives me some plump, and then I add my lip balm, and it just makes like a really nice little cocktail while I do my makeup. So anyways, I just figured if I was gonna put this on, I might as well tell you guys what I'm wearing. So for primer, you guys know I have been loving this one. This is the OLEHENRIKSEN Banana Bright Face Primer. It has vitamin C, it is brightening, it's skincare, it's illuminating. You guys know I'm just like obsessed with skincare primers. Like that's honestly usually all I use. And let me know that in the comments, who knows this shirt? I've had this shirt for years and I love putting it on whenever it's like almost fall. It's like the transition because it's like fall colors, but it's obviously a short sleeve. And I just feel like I've worn it so many times over the years. I'm an outfit repeater, just like Lizzie McGuire. I'm just wondering if like any of you guys like recognize this shirt. And that's like a weird question. Okay, so this is what the primer looks like. See how it just adds a little bit of glow, a little bit of shine, but not too much. See how my lips are starting to plump just from that little bit of this lip gloss? I love it. So moving on to foundation. You guys, I have a new foundation that is my favorite. It's my new favorite. I still love the LYS foundation, but guys, this is just incredible. If you guys want a full review and wear test of this HAUS Labs foundation, go to my last video. I just uploaded it and I kind of showed you guys like all the details, but this is super freaking nice. I have the shade 270 Light Medium. It gives such a beautiful coverage with such a lightweight feel. It also just wears so nicely. Like I thought it looked beautiful as soon as I applied it, but sometimes I feel that way with a lot of foundations. What really sold it for me is just how it wore. Like I remember right before I was about to take off my makeup after a long day, I like looked in the mirror and I was like, wait a minute, I don't even want to take it off. Like this looks like way too good. And that's when I realized the magic behind this freaking foundation. I'm going to be using some new brushes. You guys know I love BK Beauty. All these brushes that you see with this handle are all BK Beauty, and they have been such a staple for me. They recently came out with, I don't know if it's a new, I think it's a re-released collection that was like very popular. It's called the ANGIE Hot and Flashy Brush Set. It is a 7-piece. I will link it down below. But I have been loving this brush. This is the A507. I have been loving this for foundation as well as cream bronzer, and I just use it for both, to be honest. It's like dense enough to really like pack in the product, but it's soft enough to like buff it out. Can we just talk about how big my lips got from that lip gloss? Like this is why I had to tell you guys that I applied a plumper, because I feel like you guys would probably freak out and wonder what's happening to my face right now. So how are you guys doing? Did you guys enjoy my live? I recently did a live and I'm thinking about doing just more often, because if I am gonna be like getting ready for a video or something like that, like why not just hop on and say hi to you guys? But Obviously, these are like very spontaneous. So if I don't let you guys know ahead of time, just make sure you have your post notifications on for my channel. So that way, if I do go live next time, you guys can go on it. Because I know a lot of you guys were kind of bummed that you missed it. So I'm sorry about that. We're going to cream bronze with this fella right here. This is the Milani Conceal and Perfect in the shade 03 Toffee. I really like this formula. I'm not the biggest fan of the shade, but you will see that it blends out so easily. And so I do think that if you can find your perfect shade, I think it's really nice. So that looks funny. Do you guys remember those markers that were like circles and you like made drawings with circle markers? Do you guys have any idea what I'm talking about? So with the same BK Beauty brush, I'm just going to tap it out so it doesn't spread too much. But see how it really does blend so seamlessly. This is more like a bronzer for me, but we are doing a fall look, so I guess we don't need to look like that tan, but whatever the time of the year it is, I can't go without bronzer, and that's for sure. Let's move on to some concealer. So for concealer, we're gonna use the brand new Milk Makeup Future Fluid Concealer. You have a full review on this as well as a full face of Milk Makeup with this concealer if you guys are interested. I am still using the Charlotte Tilbury, the brand new one, the Beautiful Skin Radiant Concealer. It is really pretty, but this one is just more up my alley. I love it because it is full coverage and it has more of like a natural finish. It's not like super matte, but it is hydrating. It's more like a natural satin finish and it just looks really, really beautiful. Let's blend this out and pretend like we have no bags, no darkness. We sleep 10 hours every single night. Now that we look like a freak, let's set the face. So guys, I caved in. I did it. I was at Sephora and I was like, I deserve this. I finally bought the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finishing Powder in the shade 2 Medium. This is $56, $52. It's in the 50s for a powder. I've been really enjoying it. You know what, guys? I told you guys on my live, I've been getting more into high-end makeup, and it's not that I don't love drugstore makeup. As you guys can see, I'll be using a mixture of it, but something about some of this high-end makeup that is just so freaking nice that I get the hype for. I really do. And a lot of these products last for a very long time, and so you know, sometimes you can justify the price because some of these high-end products do actually have a lot of product in it, or you don't need as much product as you would with drugstore. So I've been dabbling more into high-end makeup, which I think is good because now I can like bring you guys a mixture of content for my channel. But don't worry, I will never stop like doing drugstore makeup videos, that's for sure. It sets really nice. I really do enjoy this. I still need to figure out if I like this or the Huda Beauty better. So for bronzer, I have kind of a little bit of a story that is still developing. So I, again, trying to dabble more into high-end, I decided to buy the Hourglass Holiday Collection palette because there's one palette out of the 3 that came out that I thought would work very well for me, and that is like the medium tone palette. It had the ambient lighting powders, the bronzer, the blush, and that was like a good way for me to start trying Hourglass. Unfortunately, they sent me the wrong palette. They sent me the deepest one, which I am liking, but it's just not the one that I wanted, and it was $85, which is frustrating because when I did reach out to customer service, I said, hey, you know, you guys sent me the wrong palette. I don't need a refund, but can you just send me the real palette, the one that I wanted? And they told me, number one, they sold out of the palette that I wanted, and that if I wanted a refund, that I had to ship this back, which I personally find annoying because number one, I did already open it. I did swatch it to see if I could make it work for myself. Unfortunately, it's just not the best palette for my skin tone, and so it's already used, so they can't sell it back. So why do I have to go to the post office to ship back a product that they can't even sell anymore so I can get my money back, and then I don't even get a palette? I mean, you know, usually I'm not a complainer, but that kind of pissed me off. So this is what we have. This is the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Edit Unlocked Tiger Palette. Now, obviously this is made for deeper skin tones. So some of these products are actually like, this is an ambient lighting powder for a deeper skin tone, but we're gonna be using this as a bronzer today because we are gonna make our $85 palette work. We're just gonna top off the bronzer that we already have. Keep in mind, it is supposed to be like a finishing powder, so it's not gonna have like a bunch of pigment. But what I noticed is that I can build it up enough to create like a really pretty kind of glowy bronzer. So why not? So I'm just gonna put this everywhere that we put that Milani bronzer. And we're also gonna be using this as highlight and blush. That is what that looks like. Obviously I do have a cream bronzer under, but I think that this is the best way to make it work for my skin tone, and I do think it gives like a really nice, pretty, like glowy finish to the face. So I'm gonna come back to this because I need to put on some brows real quick. So I'm gonna speed through the brow process pretty quickly because I have been doing my brows the exact same for a very long time. All I'm gonna do is grab a medium tone brown matte shadow and put that on my eyebrows just to give them good shape, and then I'm gonna grab my Got to Be Glued hair gel and use that as my gel on my eyebrows, of course, and then we'll come back and add the finishing touches with my NYX brow pen. Alrighty guys, so we have some brows on. I feel more like a human. For eyeshadow, I wanted to use this palette because I feel like it's very fall vibes and it's just like a universally loved palette, but this is a mini. So this is the Naked Urban Decay. It's a half baked. This is not like a perfect quick fall look. Let me go ahead and grab some of the brushes from the BK Beauty collection. This is the 503, and let's start doing some eyeshadow. So I'm first gonna go on to Buck Off, and I'm just gonna put that all over the crease. I'm not necessarily gonna do like a winged out look, or maybe I will, I don't know yet, but I always try to keep my eyeshadows trying to like go up a little bit just so that I am giving myself a little bit of like a little facelift, if you will. As you guys can see, I did also put that transition shade on the lid, and then also with a smaller brush, I'm just gonna go ahead and grab that same shade and kind of buff it out on the lower lash line just to start creating the smokiness. I'm thinking maybe we should do like a very soft halo eye, just because I haven't done a halo eye in a long time, and I love halo eyes. So I'm gonna grab a Morphe M330. And we're going to be very careful with these shades because they're very pigmented, but they are very blendable, which is nice. So you guys know the drill. We're not going to take it too seriously, but all we're going to do is add the dark shade on the outer corner as well as the inner corner, and we're just gonna leave the middle blank because that's where we're gonna put that very like pretty copper shade. Like I mentioned, I'm very messy with this. I don't try to make it like super artistic. We're going for like a more smoky, laid back, grungy vibe. I'm also gonna grab that dark shade and put it on the lower lash line again to enhance the smokiness. And then as you guys can see, I'm taking a little bit of baking powder just to clean up the edges. I feel like we got a little bit out of hand, especially for already having our base done. But we're almost done. And now I'm going to grab the shade Breadwinner. And I'm first going to just grab it with my finger. This seems like such a beautiful shade. Let's see. Oh my goodness. Like, you don't even have to get your brush wet. Wow. And then I'll just grab a brush without any excess product, and I'll just start buffing the edges, and it'll create like the perfect little ombre. Yay! Look at that. Stunning. I love it. Love it. Let me do the same on the other eye and I'll be right back. Alrighty, so for the inner corner highlight, I'm gonna grab my trusty handy dandy e.l.f. No Shadow Budge Stick in the shade Perfect Pearl. We're gonna add that because we cannot live without it. And then I'm gonna grab the shade Half Baked and grab it with my finger again and just put that, tap it on, just to add some light. back into these eyes. So let's add some black liner. We're gonna be using the LA Girl Shockwave eyeliner in black. I'm gonna do a tight line, and I guess I'm also just gonna tight line upper and lower lash line because it's gonna transfer anyways. Again, just to add some more smokiness. I love this eyeliner. And I'm going to quickly, this is quick. I'm just gonna grab the edible shade, just the darkest shade, and I'm just gonna add the tiniest bit around the lash line because we're not gonna use any eyeliner. Something about like smoky eyes with just mascara is like my favorite. But obviously I do want my lashes to look nice and thick. So I really need to figure out who the creator is, but I will put her name right here. She started the mid-tone blush trend, and so it's kind of when you use a lighter blush right under the eyes and then you use your actual blush. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that today. We could use this. This is very light. I feel like this might be a good mid-tone blush. This is Benefit's Dandelion. This is like a small size, so I'm gonna put this on the cheek, but also up to the eyes. We're actually going to be using a pretty dark blush from the Hourglass palette. So that's why I'm kind of doing this mid-tone blush thing, so it doesn't look too stark. I feel like that's looking really pretty. I know it's very subtle, but it's going to create a really good transition. I'm telling you guys, I'm making the best out of this palette. So it is going to be glowy, so we're going to skip out on highlighter, but I have been loving these two combined. So this marbly one looks like this, and then the copper one looks like this. So I feel like combined they make a really pretty, perfect, like orangey, rosy fall blush. I'm gonna grab this powder brush from Wear Beauty, and I'm just going to mix both and apply it on the cheeks, and it looks really pretty. At first it looks like a little bit shocking, but I feel like then it like melts into the skin and it looks so pretty, and I feel like it goes perfect with this look. It's like not too orange, not too pink, and then look, we don't need highlight anymore. It's such a beautiful, like, soft glow. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Alrighty guys, so I am living for this vibe. I do look like a little burnt chicken nugget, but like I don't even care. I kind of love it. So let me curl my lashes with my Kevyn Aucoin eyelash curler, and we're gonna do some mascara. To finish off the brows, I'm using the NYX Lift and Snatch Brow Tint penned in espresso, and look at where we are now. Awesome. So all we have left is setting spray and lips. So I'm gonna be using one of my favorites now. It's the Milk Hydro Grip. The only thing about this is that it will bring a lot of like dew back into the skin. And so I do like to kind of go back in with a little bit of powder, but man, does this make your face come back alive. Doesn't look like a dry corpse anymore. And I'm gonna do the Sephora Micro Smooth Multitasking Face Powder in the shade Beige. Beige. And I'm just going to just tap it on the places that I would rather my pores not be at. So cool, now we're glowy in all the right places. So let's move on to the lips and be done with this video. Let me take off my lip balm. I guess like the newest lip products that I have are probably the Rare Beauty lipstick. So I figured, why not? So I feel like for fall, I thought either Wise or Gifted would be really nice lip colors. I think we should go the brown vibe. Let's do the brown vibe. Why not? So let's use the shade Wise all over the lips. We're gonna give ourselves a nice little lip filler job. I do like these products. They're very comfortable and creamy, but I wouldn't say the longevity is the best. And just to have fun, why don't we put on the Wise lipstick, but also mix in something lighter? Again, very creamy, nice, matte, creamy, comfortable formula. It just doesn't last a long time, but it is very comfortable. This looks gorgeous. I feel like that's the perfect fall lip. But just to add a little bit of dimension, let's add something in the middle. What about worthy? Is it worthy? I guess it's worthy. Let's put this in the middle. I don't even know if that's making any difference, but why not? I think we have made this fall look justice. What do you guys think? I am loving the skin, loving the eyeshadow, loving the glow. Like, I love it. This is definitely going to be my go-to fall look. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you guys want to see next down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this little makeup look and this more chill vibe video. Let me know if you guys want more of these. So thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.